This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. This is my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today I want to talk about the fact that I'm a big Hammer fan. I'm not talking about this Hammer. I'm not talking about MC Hammer. I'm talking about Hammer films, in particular Hammer horror films, although Hammer Studios did make several different types of films like war films, adventure films, crime films, and of course horror films. But I'm not going to talk about the films themselves. I'm going to talk about two Hammer film books that you might find interesting, whether you're a big Hammer film fan already or you want to learn more about it. Let's check it out. The first Hammer book I want to show you is called The Hammer Vault: Treasures from the Archive of Hammer Films by Marcus Hearn. Here's the basic details. It's about 200 pages long. It goes for a list price of $34.95. It's a hardbound book. It's on glossy paper, and as you can see, it's in full color. The features of this book include some annotated script pages, some poster artwork used and unused, some production designs, and some promotional material and lobby cards. It includes a table of contents going by chronological order from 1954 to 2014. The very last page is a title index, which is just alphabetical by the title of the film. The way it's laid out is you have the year and the title of the film on the top of each page. Most of these films get two facing pages. This is the Quatermass Experiment. This is the first one. I really like these Quatermass films. There's three of them. So there's this one. There is the unofficial follow-up called X the Unknown, and there's Quatermass 2 as well. You'll notice there are captions for each of the items they're showing you. Here's a little write-up about the film, and then more captions explaining what each item is. There's also a section about 6 pages long of unmade Hammer films and a section on Hammer TV anthology series. Let's take a look at some of these pages. You can get an idea of what it looks like. So starting with the 50s, here is one of the better known ones, The Curse of Frankenstein. We have some script pages, we have some promotional material. I always like these candid photos. Behind the scenes, there's Christopher Lee messing around with the projection in the projection booth. Photos from the film, and then some film reviews and some more photos. From the 60s, we have 2 pages on The Mummy Shroud. That's the one I still haven't seen, but I need to see that, and I really like this candid photo here of the actor playing the mummy holding up a glass of milk in between shots. Some more photos, newspaper ad for The Mummy Shroud, and then some magazine material. And again, captions explaining what each of these things are, and some background info on the film. Here are 2 pages for one of my favorite Hammer films, The Devil Rides Out from 1967. There's a Terence Fisher, the director, talking to the very tall Christopher Lee. Some lobby cards for the film. Different languages for the poster, and some more photographs here from the film. Another one of my favorites, this one is from the 70s. This is Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter, and we have some storyboards. We have lobby cards, some photographs, behind the scenes photos, and then we have a photograph of the very lovely Carolyn Monroe, who plays the Carla the Gypsy in the film. Also from the 70s, 1973, The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. I have not seen this, but I think I need to. And I really like the art here for this one. Here's some more script pages here. And notice on the top it says, this is a Hammer film, figuring they're going to really sell it if they explain that it's a Hammer film. Here are some sketch designs for costumes that Peter Cushing actually made himself. Here's some correspondence and some more photographs. Now moving further on from this, there's a lot of topless ladies in some of these ads and some of the still photos, so I can't show you those, but that's what happens later on. So that is the Hammer Vault. This is sort of a, definitely a more of a coffee table book, nicely done, full color. But next we're going to look at something that's more of a reference book. So the other book I wanted to show you about Hammer Films is this one. I just got this. I really haven't looked at it that much, to be honest. But it's Hammer Films, an exhaustive filmography by Tom Johnson and Deborah Del Vecchio. Here's the basic details. It's a little over 400 pages. The list price is $29.95. This is a soft cover book. And it's in black and white, no color. And it's not glossy paper. The paper quality is okay. It's fine. What does this have? Well, it has complete data for 165 films ranging from 1935 to 1978. And what does the data include? Basically everything from the running time to the distributor to the complete credits for the cast and the crew. There's also a plot synopsis for each film, but it's complete with spoilers, so be aware of that. There's also for each film a description of the critical response for the film, and then some commentary from the authors, and then some background info kind of placing it within the context of Hammer Films. The table of contents, of course, is chronological order, and you'll see that the year is set off on the side in bold. It begins with a history of Hammer Films. It's about 12 pages long. And I love this quote at the beginning by Martin Scorsese. He says, "In my early teens, I went with groups of friends to go and see certain films. If we saw the logo of Hammer Films, we knew it was going to be a very special picture, a surprising experience usually, and shocking." This is laid out with some illustrations like posters here. Here's one for The Curse of Frankenstein. And then it has the title of the film and the year at the very top. And then the film's name is in bold. And that continues for the other pages. This is another one I really like, The Abominable Snowman. Like the other book I showed you, this has a section at the end of Hammer on Television. But this one includes more details, including the date of each of these episodes and the name of the episode, who was in it, and who the director was. There's also a selected bibliography. And of course an index with the names of the films in bold italic. These are not just index of the film titles. This is a much more extensive index than the other book, because it includes all the names of people that were involved with Hammer Films as well. So I'll give you an example of what kind of information they include in this book. Here's one, for example, for Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, another one of my favorite Hammer films. This whole section here is nothing but basic information about this film, from the release date to how long it is, to song titles, to everybody in the crew. And then down here, this is the entire cast list with the actor and the role they played. On the next page, we have the plot synopsis, which, like I said, includes the ending, so be aware of that. And then it has some background information and has some critical response, and it kind of places it in the context of Hammer Films. I like this picture too of Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. The films get various coverage depending on how important the authors thought the film was. So, Hammer Films, an exhaustive filmography, much more of a reference work than a coffee table book like the other one was. So if you are looking to buy some Hammer Films or just want to watch them and you want some background info on them, even though there are spoilers, this is one that might come in handy for you. So there you have it. 2 Hammer film books for those of you who want to learn more about Hammer films or just want to expand your knowledge about Hammer films. Hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down here. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you next time.